walking throughout the road, going back to home after a good trading day. So I just wanted to make a video at the night time. Probably you might not be able to see me, but you may be able to hear my voice. It doesn't matter. Let me share some of my thoughts regarding trading. This week on Friday, 10th July 2020, I have had an amazing week because I made nearly 165% out of my investment. The stock was WIMI. It was a 5G based company. They develop 5G application. So in the morning at 8:30 the news came out. The news came as WIMI have developed some sort of AR plus AI with related 5G application. So it was a big deal, and the stock price reacted. So I bid immediately. I got into the stock at price 672. Then I exited at 982. Then again the price kept moving after passing 999. Then it moved straight to 21. I sold at 21, but it went more higher. I mean, I have made a complete video about that, so just check out that video. I have shared my entire mindset with related to the trade. So with the same thing just have happened. So I'm in front of the police station, so let me just quick crosswalk, because I don't want it to make that sound as I'm filming some sort of things. They don't like some video, making videos and all that. So now let me share my views. So I made that entire video which shared about the entire thought process that went through while I was trading. Wow, what a nice USA flag. Hi and what's up? Just wanted to make a quick video. I'm now crossing the road. Let me cross the road real quick before any car come, and I hope they might not kill me. Yeah, I'm safe. So this week on Friday, July 10, 2020, I had an amazing week. Why? Because I literally have made my money like 165% gain. I have made a complete video about the stock that I have traded on the Friday. It's now available on the YouTube, so you can just see the video and make sure you watch and see the thought process that went through in my mind while trading. So that area is not good. A lot of people are sitting on the park, and these are not good people. Most of them are homeless, so let's not walk through this area because these people are bad. Drug dealers, some are taking drugs, so let's not walk through this area and talk about the stock market and all sorts of gain. So yeah, so the price action was very amazing. The stock was WIMI. It's a Chinese company. They develop 5G application. 5G is a big thing. We have heard a lot the amazing potential that 5G have. And why not? If when the 4G happened, we saw everything have changed from technology to everything. How we use things got faster. A lot of company B2B, they adopted the 5G network platform. A lot of application have been created based on 5G application. So it's a big deal. And a lot of the time, I'm not saying like I haven't heard about 5G. It's a thing that I'm hearing probably 1.5 years ago, while it was on a gossip that it would be introduced. And some of the promoters, I would say some of the people and maybe company or group of people, they just wanted to give people newsletter with related to their thinking, with related to their hot picks. I mean, every day I received a lot of newsletter from a lot of people, especially uh, about the stock picks, some of the research firm, some of a lot of different kinds of. I'm not going to mention any name, but that one thing that is common with this sort of newsletter type of group, they give some newsletter and tell people to subscribe to them newsletter so that they can send some newsletter to the investor, to the people like you and me, and in return they, for the monthly subscription, they take a charge. I mean, yeah, they take some sort of membership fee in a monthly basis. I mean, those groups are very speculative, to be honest with you. Some of them share their like stock picks. I have been receiving in the sector, like they are saying marijuana sector, this would be a big thing, buy that stock, and all sorts of crazy things. They say when the state going to approve marijuana sale legalization, then it would be a huge move. It would going to be 500% gain, 300% gain. And in the past they have shared some sort of picks which have gone through 2000% gain. So this all group of people are literally scam, are part of same type of group who give some sort of newsletter in order to deceive people. Especially I don't trust any of this newsletter, and I don't want to subscribe any of this newsletter crap which they send us, which by mentioning that they are hot picks, it would be amazing thing, next big thing. Because a lot of the time what happens is when they send out this newsletter, right after that the price of the stock they send those stocks, that tend to go down. And it's a very creepy type of niche. This is a very creepy type of sector, the stock market. I mean, you cannot believe no one in this sector without you, and that's the way I see it. Because this sector is very much speculative. A lot of the time they run some sort of campaign in the name of like stock picks, research and all that. What they do, they send some of the hot stock picks randomly to everyone. Then when people buy the stock going long, they say their price is going to be on go further. But when they send out this stock picks to a lot of the people, then they dump the stock. So the people who listen to their crap, their newsletter, these crazy people, they're driving on the road, with loud sound. These people are not gentlemen. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, a lot of people get accidented, get distracted with this sort of. People have no common sense. Seriously, this country USA being so strict about the rules, policy, police are everywhere. For some people, drug dealer or some people, what should I say? I mean, they don't have common sense. Being gentle while driving. Every people, I mean, there are millions of people on the road. Like every people, if they play big high volume music, what would happen to the road? Stupid people. I mean, what should I say? I have nothing else to say. So the thing I'm saying, what happens is when some of the time, a lot of the time, what happens is those people share some sort of newsletter to the investor, to the people like you and me who believe, or maybe just wanted to be listened to them because they are saying they are expert, they have some sort of experience, they are trading 25 years, 15 years, 10 years. So if we listen to them, whatever they are saying, their deceitful presentation, the thing they have said, it's very catchy. I mean, you're going to fall for it. So if you believe on them, so sometimes what happens is like if you buy those stocks, the stock price might go a little bit higher, but later that the stock price, literally got dumped. I mean, it crashed, and it crashes big, and people lose big, those people who believe on their crappy newsletter type of thing. So my always like suggestion to anyone like who is trading, never believe anyone like on the stock picks. Be self-sufficient, be knowledgeable enough to find out which stock it's going to, I mean, you just know by yourself which stock to pick. You don't have to rely on anyone, you don't have to be dependent on anyone. And if you prepare yourself like this way, then you will not going to need nobody. You will be your own uh, uh, best self stock picker. Like, if you trust your own knowledge, if you trust your own process. One time what happened is a newsletter that I have subscribed, they have sent me a newsletter saying that ZOM, the ticker symbol of that stock was ZOM, that stock would going to spike big. And right after that, what happens is Zoom company, the video conference company, it's a very big company, ZM, the ticker symbol. So while the ZM company announced IPO, and it was running big, because Zoom have a lot of expectation, they're a big company. So right after that, while ZM was rising above the top, at the same time the ticker symbol called ZOM is also rising high. I mean, I don't know, some people might be confused with the fact that it's not the same ZM, and people are confused, like they thought like it may be Zoom company, which was actually not. So I mean, while the ZM company was like Zoom company was rising above the top, at the same time ZOM, the ticker symbol, it's traded on the OTC, that was also spiking big. I mean, it was a crazy thing to see. I mean, look how stupid people are. There is no reason to be. I mean, the Zoom company ZOM OTC, which is traded on the OTC stock exchange, to be spiking big. But probably a lot of the people got uh, later got get I mean realized that it was moving big. I mean, not just, I mean, when like moving big, it was traded on the 10 cent 8, and ZOM, it went to like $2 per share. I mean, that crazy type of movement, almost 20 times higher than the what prices initial price. So it was a big movement. And see, I mean, there are a lot of idiots on the stock trading niche. I mean, on the penny stock niche, there are lots of idiots bit. Otherwise, why that? I mean, Zoom stock was trading high, so the demand was very high, and that lets the stock price moving up. I mean, it was crazy thing to see. So I mean, I was watching, like I was like expecting ZM and Zoom company and Uber, they got I mean, they went public at the same time. They're selling stock, they are released, I mean, after the IPO sale. So it was a big thing, because people easily got noticed about the Zoom thing, because Uber was a big news. So well, Uber and Zoom side by side, the news is keep coming out. That's one of the biggest giant in terms of company. I mean, going public, and people like you and me, anyone can buy shares of this sort of company. I mean, Uber is a big thing. I mean, a lot of people knows about Uber worldwide. So for that reason, I mean, Zoom also get a lot of publicized, people knew. So the crazy thing was about the Zoom ZOM ticker symbol. The actual stock was like ZM, which was video conference, but on the penny stock, I mean OTC stock exchange, there is another like ZOM ticker symbol. So people might thought like that might be the actual Zoom thing. They are seeing like on the newspaper, TV news, the press release everywhere, people talking about it. So the price kept moving, and I got a newsletter from a certain type of research company. They said like if you buy Zoom ZOM OTC, it might spike big. It already, I mean, went from 10 cent to, I mean, $2.10. It might go big. And I already saw this stock price was like literally was moving like 2.9, and the promotional newsletter came like to buy that stock, to invest on that stock, because they are saying this stock would be the next big thing. This stock price would going to go above 10, 20. I mean, the big demand in this stock. Buy, buy, buy. Don't miss it out. I mean, you can make a lot of money out of that. You can 20 times out of your money, and all this sort of crap. Then later I realized and saw when the newsletter came that this is a scam. I mean, that sort of newsletter leads people to be deceived into buying the stock while they're dumb. So I immediately tried to bid on the stock. I was not going long, I was going short, because they said the stock price is going to go further up, and I said, "Wow, you might be get paid to to for your email promotion, email marketing, and to promote these things. Okay, promoter, I think my mindset like this would be the right time, not to listen to you, but to do exactly the opposite to you." So I started to short the stock. I mean, the promoter was saying to buy the stock for long, but I was bidding the stock on the way down. And guess what happened? I didn't get no shares to short, because at this high price it was very difficult for any investor to get shares to short. Those people who do short selling, they know it's very hard to get shares to short. So it was on my watch list. I was thinking like, okay, fine, maybe 1 hour later or 2 or 3 hour later I'm going to short this stock. The price went down to 156. Then I got some shares to short. I paid in order to do short sale. I gave the order, buy order, sell order, sorry. In the short selling, first the sell order comes, then my order gets executed at 156. I might say, I mean, if this stock would going to, I mean, have went from 10 cent all the way to $2.10, and even it went to $2.90, it might go down as those big moves on the way down. And guess what happened? I just got shares to short, and it kept crashing. It went from 140. I bid at 156. I got shares to short. Then it goes down to 140, 125, 120, 110. It just kept going down. I hold the stock literally for 3 days. Then after 3 days later, the stock price come, I mean, exactly at 37 cent. I thought to myself, is the best time to sell? Should I sell or should I not? I already like made almost 4 times my money. If I buy back those shares, it would be a great thing. 4 times. Then, I mean, what should I do? I was very confused. Then at the next day I sold at 22 cent. It went all the way down to back to 10 cent. I could have made much more, but I was very happy, because if the price gets moving up, because after a big crash it becomes sometimes the stock bounce. So I don't want to take that risk. And whatever I mean, what if a lot of people get shares to short, what if it becomes like short squeeze, when like a lot of people bidding on the way down, then a short squeeze might happen, and the price might start to go in the opposite way. It start to go up because it has been heavily short. That's how the short squeeze works. So in my mind I was very confused, I mean, what to do. So I exited, I mean, safely. I played it safely, even though I could have made much more, but I was not upset. So after making almost like 5 times my money, five and a half something, then I emailed this newsletter. I sent them the screenshot and told them, thank you, promoter, for letting me know this is an amazing company to short. I literally made 5 times out of my money. See my screenshot. And I would like to receive your next newsletter about hot stock picks. All you have to do, send me a newsletter, and I will do the exact opposite what you have been telling me to do. After that, that sort of writing, email exchange, the I have never received any more newsletter about that research, company. I mean, they said they are some sort of company, whatever. So I mean, that guy never sent me any further email with related to the hot stock picks. So from that, email replying to them and thanking him that how grateful I am for the, for making 5 times out of my money. And I showed them my entry, my exit, screenshot the amount of money I made from that trade. And that guy never sent me any more email. I mean, it was crazy thing. I just did what exactly the opposite this guy had told me. So that is the thing. I mean, in the stock market, in the, especially on the penny stock niche, there are a lot of liars. This industry is full of crap, liars, manipulators, deceiver, who people have, I mean, tell some people, they want some people to lose money. And this type of, industry is full of, I mean cheaters, liars, because they send newsletter, they say this is stock would going to go very high, they give people, I mean, hope, they say people to believe on their newsletter, and these are all liars. I mean, how can you trust? I mean, who is telling the truth, who is telling the lies? So it's a very risky industry. So that's why, like, my thought is, I mean, to everyone, anyone who is watching and anyone who is subscribed and watching my videos, never, never, never trust anyone's stock picks, anyone's research, anyone who is claiming to be an expert, especially on the penny stock niche. Don't trust anyone. Don't put your money, I mean, into another people's stock picks, because what happens is, whenever you do, I mean, buy those type of stock, if someone is telling you to do so, those type of company, then, some people, likes to, do pump and dump. So pump and dump basically is, some people wanted to make money by pumping up the stock, then whenever it's time, like, they wanted to sell those stock and wanted to get out, at that time they run some sort of promotion, and people bidding on the way up, like, then the stock price, I mean, it literally being dumped, then the stock price kept going down. So it's a very dangerous thing, and many people lose big when that big, dump happens. It happens almost every single day. So that's why, my suggestion to you, I mean, never rely on anyone's stock picks, never trust anyone, be self-sufficient, be knowledgeable, know that what's going on the market. I mean, I have been watching the 5G thing, like, it's literally 1.5 year I'm listening the 5G, it would be great thing, it would, revolutionize the world, it's the next big thing. I mean, if you put that, if you put your money on the 5G, you can make, 100 times out of your money, 20 times out of your money. The technology would going to be big, all the company would going to be adopting 5G network, all the country on the whole world would going to be, applying the 5G network kind of thing. It's a very big deal. Invest earlier, it's the next Microsoft type of thing. And so this sort of deceived newsletter being sent out to a lot of investor, a lot of people, a lot of stock trader into their email in order to buy those type of stock. And guess what happens? Those type of 5G company, who people are claiming that they're this would going to be a big thing, the price never, react, the price never go big. So people end up buying those 5G type of stock, and later what happened is, like, the stock price is not moving. I mean, it's just boring, it's just going nowhere, and the prices keep going down. So I mean, I am never bidding on the 5G. I'm listening to the 5G thing almost 1.5 year ago. I have never seen any 5G, like, stock is pricing, I mean, rising so high, unless that, day, the last Friday, July 10th, 2020, the price went from, like, it started with $3 per share. It's a Chinese company, then went straight to 20. I mean, it closed on the after hour at $20 per share. Then on the pre-market on the Monday, it went to $36 per share. Then also throughout the whole day, it was bouncing $26 per share. I mean, $3 to $26. Can you imagine the big moves? And on that trade, I bid, like, on WME, I bid on PSV, I made on Friday like 165% gain. Like, my money has literally been being added to 165% gain just by trading these two stocks. It was an amazing Friday. I have a complete video made on that gain and share my thought process, how I picked the stock, what went through my mind, the you know the thinking that went through. I got greedy, then how I executed, and I made that trade finally. It was, a great. I would recommend you to watch that video. In this way you can, learn something about the thought process that goes into, into the mind of a, uh, in the mind of anyone, basically anyone who trades stock, because those stock trading is more about uh, psychological rather than technical, because the price moves very quickly, and if you can't control your mind, if you become very greedy, if you don't have this strategy, if your mind saying something but you are not acting, it's all about psychology. If you have the psychological benefit and advantage, you will be a very good trader, even though you know a lot of about the technical kind of thing. But psychology is the main thing. A lot of the time you are going to be fighting with you versus you, like you're fighting with yourself, to make that decision, but your mind is not letting you to take the action. It's a fight between you and yourself. It's a very, to be honest, it's more like psychological thing, the greedy thing, that money comes, the decision making thing, all that is psychological. While trading, you see, you don't want to take a loss, but it was the best time to take a loss. Even though you have to take a 5% loss, it's better to take a loss, because the loss might go big, and it might become like, if you have exited earlier, it could have become like 5%. But as you did not listen to your mind while it was saying and signaling you like to exit the trade, you might end up making your loss big, like 15, 20, 25%, sometimes 50%, because just because you become stubborn, you don't want to take a loss. So that's why stock trading is very, it's more about psychological thing. And the more you trade, the more you fight with yourself, and to be able to take action against your psyche mind thing, the more better trader you will be. So I would recommend you to watch that video. That the tagline is uh, the amazing 165% gain that I had on Friday. Just watch that video. You're going to see the thought process that I had to battle with with myself. So that's it. I have been receiving a lot of newsletter from a lot of time regarding marijuana, regarding 5G type of thing, but I never trusted nobody, and I never tried to bid earlier and get position on any trade, just because of the innovation or the possibility of the things that might happen in the future. I never want to take that much risk. I always say to myself, show me the price action. After you show me the price action, the price is reflecting on the news or any side of the price movement or volatility, then I am in. I'm not going to believe on your hope, hold, innovation, whatever. And that's exactly, the newsletter kept coming regarding marijuana industry, that's you can gain 2000% gain if you go long term. These people, this and that, they have made that much money. 5G, it would be a great innovation and all that. I never trusted those company. But last week I saw the price already have moved from 3 to 7. Then I decided to bid, like it already went up 100%. And I saw it's a Chinese company and it's a Friday. What happens in Friday? I have been seeing recently any Chinese company that has been spiking bid is going to not just 100% in a day, it going to 500%, 800%, even 1000% in one day. So as it was Friday and 5G, then I decided to bid on this stock, even though the price have already moved 100%. So that's the thing. That's the only 5G company that I have ever bid. And guess what? What happened? I banked. I made 165%. My gain was 165% in a one single day, in few hours. It was an amazing thing. I wish that would happen every single day on the penny stock. I could become rich very quickly in this way. But this sort of price action doesn't happen every day. It happens almost maybe twice in a month, once in a while. So it's not happening every single day, but once in a while it happens. So I mean, it's a different kind of, I mean, thing. I mean, all you have to be, I mean, on that video I explained everything, like how I manage my risk, how I manage my money, how I put some money into saving, so that when the big opportunity, big price action comes, I don't run out of cash while stacking in other position. I always take some money, I mean, make some money available on my side by side, on my trading, my brokerage account, so that when the good stock, you know, play comes, so that I can participate. Because if I take participate in another stock and I, go all in, I put all my money in, then when the good opportunity comes, I might not be able to exit out of that position also at the same time to participate on that position, because the stock price might be moving or might be having a loss. So that's why it's very important, like, uh, to have some money available in your brokerage account, so that when the good price action comes, you can participate. And that video I encourage you to see, because you're going to learn a lot of the thing, the morning trading thing, then the money management type of thing, how not how to be prepared before Friday, so how not to put all your money into one investment. So that's a lot of the thing, and also the thought process that went through. I would encourage you to watch that video, because while I'm sharing those thing on the video, you can learn and see the thought process, and also at the same time the decision that I have you know took in regards to what to expect, what time frame, and why, like what was the news telling me, why I decided to go big, and why I mean the Friday thing matters so much. How can you balance your money? A lot of the things have been explained. So it's a very good video, especially if you just wanted to listen the thought process. You would learn a lot. So that's the thing. I mean, I have been receiving a lot of newsletter from the uh, you know regarding 5G, regarding marijuana sector, regarding technology, software sector, oil. So I never trusted nobody. I mean, I always believe in myself, and I always wanted to make sure that unless I see the price action, the stock price is already reacting and it's moving up and up and up. Before that, I'm not bidding. I'm not guessing. I'm not bidding on any random stock and think like that. That technology might be awesome. That technology might be amazing. A lot of the newbie, a lot of the new people, a lot of the investor, they think it like that way. Like the technology might be awesome. This company might go big, and they just kept waiting. The price action never reflect. They end up wasting their months and months and months after, like, investing in that same company, while the stock price is not moving. And while they at the same time they miss out a lot of good other opportunity that other companies are running. So it's not never being a good strategy. Show me the price action of the stock price movement. Show me the price is reflecting on the news. That time I will put my money in. And that's the mindset, that's the mindset strategy that I bring into the table while trading. Like, when I see the stock is already reacting to the news, like it's going up like 50%, 70%, 30%, 80%, 90%, it's kept going up, 100, 135%, and also going up. The price action reflecting, the chart is like amazing, like the price just keep moving up and up and up. Then might it go down, then again it's going up, it's moving on the upward direction. So that's how I decide to bid on the stock. And I don't care about to take all the profit of the price move of the stock. All I care about, like, to take 5%, 10%, sometimes, like 15, 20%, whatever I can get out of that trading. If I see a stock has price has been moving, a good price action is happening, the price is moving up very quickly, it fits my pattern, my likeliness of the trading, I just don't expect to bid on that stock unless I take 90% or 100% of the move. That's not how I think. I just wanted to take 5 or 10 or 15% of the price move, and that's what I'm happy. Then I get out of the trade immediately and be safe. Sometimes what I the stock that I pick, I could make, I could have made much more if I could have waited, but I don't wait that much. Even though I know I could have made much more, if I wait further, I get out very quickly. I am happy with taking 15 or 17 or even 10% gain, because if I can do that every single time, every day, then 10% in one day, 15% in one day, 5% in one day, in out of 1 year, 365 days, probably there are 200 or 220 days of trading. So if you can make 5% every single trading day, you can have made much more. That's the type of thinking I bear in my head. Not I'm relying on the technology and all that. I don't trust any of this technology or their financial story, their whatever the newsletter they put in. I wanted to see the price action. Show me the price action on the stock price movement, then you have me. Then I'm going to bid and ride on the momentum and probably would be happy. So that's the mindset is very important, like to not believe in any company. Don't believe any company, especially if it's penny stock niche. Don't believe any company, their technology, their innovation, whatever their story, their financial thing, SEC filings and all that. Don't trust them. Just be a trader. I mean, just be a trader and just ride on the momentum. See, bid after you see the price action is happening, and there is a possibility of chance for you to make more money by riding on the momentum. That's how, if you keep continuously doing the same thing every single day, gaining 5%, 10%, 7%, 15% gain, and when losing, like make your losses like a small 3%, 2%. The more you will lose over time and keeping your losses small, that's how you grow your account. And you have to be consistency. You have to be consistent in terms of winning. That's the key to success on the penny stock niche. I often do wrong decision while trading. I sometimes out of 100%, 60% of the time I am right. Sometimes 55% of the percent I am right. I am also wrong, like roughly about 40-45%. But the way I make money is all by, when I'm gaining, I make sure my gain becomes bigger, and when I'm losing, I wanted to make sure that I lose small, like 3%, 5%, 6% loss if I had. Oh my god, I don't want to be in that trade. I want to exit immediately no matter what happens, and I just exit out of the trade immediately. Over the time, what happens is my gain becomes bigger than my losses. I manage my risk and I manage my losses, and that's how my account is growing by consistently winning more than losing. That's the key thing. That's the key mindset. I'm not very good at stock pick, to be honest with you. I'm just an average guy, but I manage my risk very well. That I have learned from my mistakes, from my experience, and that is helping me to becoming a better trader. Why should you trade penny stock? Like I've talked about the mentality, the psychology that goes behind trading. But why should you trade penny stock? Why not trading, long-term blue chip type of company? To be honest with you, those company, they, once in a year, they just move 15% or 10% in the entire year. While the penny stock kind of thing, it moves, I mean, 10%, 15% in sometimes in 5 minutes, sometimes in 1 hour, sometimes in like in one day. Some penny stock go from 50% to 70%, 100%. If you like trade and invest on the big blue chip company, of course your investment would be safe. Sometimes it would go down and go big, but 100% gain you will never going to see in any blue chip Fortune 500, big companies. You're never going to see. Entire year they go up like 15 or 10%. The price moves happen. So if you have like $10,000, 10% money is how much? Like $1,000 only. So if you have like a small account, and if you have $10,000 and you're making only $1,000 and your money becomes 11,000, are you going to become rich? No, I mean it would be very tough. But with penny stock, if you make 10% dollar in one day, then you can make 10%, 10%, 5%, 5%, 20%. Sometimes if you got lucky, you bid early, 50% right, you might, right on the momentum if somehow you got into the trade early, right safe. But you have more possibility of making your money bigger in a very quick amount of time, which in big companies you have to hold the stock for entire 1 year, then you might see 10 to 12 or 15% gain. So I mean, long term thing is not for me. Even the company is good, your investment is safe, but it will take you a lot of the money to make money, and even a lot of the time holding the stock. Then you're going to make that much, 10% whatever gain, which we made only 5 minutes within one day. So in the penny stock, if you like get out, get in, get out, get in, get out, get in, exit, in and out, if you keep doing it, 5%, 7%, 15% gain every time, I mean you are making your money more bigger by because when you have like 10% gain out of $10,000 investment, becomes 11,000 into 10% becomes again added up, then again 15% gain, again you made your more money, then you put that money, and whatever the gain have happened, you can add those money into the bid. That's how you make more money. And some penny stock trader, I mean literally have made 10,000, they have turned those 10,000 into millions of dollar, 400, $500,000 within 1 year, within 1.5 year, 2.5 years. So there has been a lot of good traders with examples that have made this much money in a very quick amount of time. So that sort of thing, the penny stock can, trading on the penny stock do have a lot of edge of making money, and also it's very risky. You might lose big if you don't have the right mentality, mindset, strategy, and you don't use the right thing, like right stock screener. And that's how, you will going to pick the wrong stocks if you don't have the right stock screener, if you don't have the right mentality, if you don't have the right attitude, if you don't manage your risk, if you don't exit while you are losing money, and if you like be stubborn, like no, I don't want to take a loss, no matter what happens, I will hold that stock, this stock will going to go high, I will hold that stock 2 days, maybe 15 days later I'm going to sold, it will go up, I don't want to take a loss. This sort of mentality is not good. If you, even if you have to take like 4%, 5% loss, it's a good loss. You can make that more money into the next trade while you are taking 4% or 3% loss. If you take a loss early and get out of the trade early, later you can be more safe, to be honest with you. Because when the stock price if you're trading penny stock, when the stock price crashes, sometimes it crashes like 20, 25%, 30, 40%, 50%, 70%, it crashes in one single day. And if they do offering, sometimes from $4 the stock price comes to like $75, because they have sold 40 million, do some 40 million public offering, and they have offered some big institution up, they gave the price at a very discounted price. So this is very, very risky. If you are trading penny stock, if you don't manage your risk well, you might end up losing big if you don't manage your risk. Sometimes you have to take a loss in order to and that's a good loss. If you can manage, like if you can exit on a trade on a 4% or 5% having loss, that's a good loss. Because sometimes in the penny stock, like those price keeps falling to like 50, 40, 70, 80%, sometimes they go down. So the earlier you exit, the better you are. And even if you have to exit this trade, next trade you can make much more. And all you have to do, it's the right mentality. Like when your gain would be bigger than your loss, you are winning more times consistently over time. That's how you make money every single day on a consistent basis. And it's a everyday journey. Like You have to be better trader on every single day. Every single day you have to be better. So consistency is the key. That's how I mean this thing, stock trading works. I know a lot of good trader who are not right all the time. Like they are right about 60, 65, 70, sometimes 80%. I mean, it's very rare. But they have learned over the years to manage their risk. While they are losing money, they make their losses small, and while they are gaining, they make their gains bigger. That's how over time, on a consistently, they are winning more than they're losing, and that's how they're growing their account. That's the secret of making money. Trading is not a one single day, thing. If you want to be a success on the penny stock trading, you have to be better on trading. You have to have right mindset, right attitude, right mentality. Every single day you have to, battle with yourself. You can't be very greedy, and when losing you have to get out of that, you know by taking a small loss. That's the key. And if you are disciplined, if you keep doing the same thing every single day, you will be a good trader over time. So that's the secret. Like if you wanted to be a good trader, you have to win consistently, and that's the key of success while trading on the penny stock. Because penny stock trading is very risky, to be honest with you. If you are not a good trader, if you don't develop yourself like the skills, and like I said earlier, penny stock trading is more like psychological thing rather than knowing about technical thing. Why? Technical things do matter, but sometimes the stock price moves so much quickly that the technical analysis, if you keep doing, you might miss out the price move of the action. So you have to take very quick decision, otherwise you will miss out the uh, price move. So that's why I'm saying, like, but if you have the right mentality, attitude, psychology, mindset, risk management skill, you will gain, you will make money on trading penny stock. So that's what I'm saying. Like penny stock trading is more like, it's more about psychological thing rather than knowing about technical thing. Technical thing you can learn anytime, but if you can't manage your mind, can't if you struggle with taking decision with your mind, and while your mind saying to get out of the trade but you are not reactive, you are questioning. It's a very confusing thing, because when the price keeps going down, what happens? The price keeps going down 15%, 20%, 25%. It's going down, and you are being stubborn. Like, I don't want to take that risk. I don't want to take that loss. I will not going to take that loss. I'm going to make money. I'm not going to exit. I'm not taking a loss. This sort of mentality will hurt you, even losing big. So, and while you say to yourself, okay, fine, all I have to do, I will exit my position immediately. No. When the price keeps falling, 12%, 13%, 20%, 22%, 25%, consistently it's going down, the emotional thing that goes into your mind, and the dealing the question, and you're failing yourself to react on the price going down, and that's a very difficult emotional thing, because you are seeing the price keeps going down, your money keeps going down, and you don't want it to just take a big loss. That's what I'm saying. It's very tough to make decision at that point. So it's a more of a psychological thing. You have to have the right perspective, mindset, expectation, discipline. You have to be very emotionally strong, not be emotional while trading. All you have to focus about is the strategy. That's how it's important is in the penny stock. And it's a very dangerous niche, penny stock. This industry is full of liars, manipulators. People send newsletter in order to deceive, to hurt people, in order to make them lose money. So you can't trust nobody. You have to be self-sufficient and trust your own stock picks. You have to have that sort of skill in order to pick the right stock. That's it. That's the thing with penny stock. And also at the same time, to wake up early in the morning. If you are would like to participate on the trade, like on the pre-market on 4 a.m., on 5 a.m., you have to have the right broker. First of all, TD Ameritrade Interactive Broker, they allow you to trade from 4 a.m. in the morning in the pre-market, while the other big brokers like E-Trade, Charles Schwab, Fidelity Investment, those broker let you to trade on the pre-markets from 7 a.m. and after hour all the brokers are same, like you can exit on you can take participate till 8 p.m. I'm telling is New York time based, so you have to have, I'm not saying that TD Ameritrade is a good broker, to be honest. It's totally up to you. I'm not uh, favoring any kind of thing that any broker is good or bad. Every broker is kind of same. All you have to, it's totally depends on you. Broker has nothing to do. It's all your stock picks, it's all your skills, it's all your decision, it's all your mindset. So every broker, it doesn't matter. It's everything is up to you, your decision, your stock picks, your knowledge. So in anything, in any sector, like if you can make money out of your knowledge and skills, mind, your knowledge, research and all that, stock market is the right place. Because if you can pick the stock, your research is good, you can make money on the stock market. But it takes a lot of hard work, discipline, learning continuously. Every day you have to learn while trading. You keep making mistake, but you learn from the mistake. Trading is not a one day journey thing, it's a continuous thing. You have to nurture and brush up like your trading strategy skill every single day, and that's the most important thing. uh, Risk management is a very important thing while trading, and you have to have always like manage your risk very well. You have to make your losses small while your gain are big, and if you can do that on every single trade, and if you know early that you have made a decision, this is not a bad, good stock picks, and you might lose money, and over, if you hold longer, you might lose bigger. And the early you exit out of the trade, the safe you will be, the more money you will be saving in terms of not losing money while trading. So that's a very important thing. When you are wrong, you have to exit early. The early you exit, the better. So you have to be very aggressive in terms of getting out of any trade, even though you have to take 7, 10, 12% loss. It's a good loss, but you have to exit early, because in the next trade you can make 15% or 10%, your loss will be covered up. But the small, your loss will be, the better your trading account will be. That's the thing. And if you keep doing the thing every single day, on a consistently on a every single, on a daily basis, your account will definitely will grow. So that's the thing with trading. It's been like 50 minutes I'm talking, straight. There was a distraction, like while I was going to the park, I saw some homeless people and all drug dealers are taking drugs on the park. I mean, I have not edited my videos. I have talked like straight. Continuously. I have talked. Continuously on that video. In any video I made, I don't cut, edit or edit something. I just say whatever comes in my mind. So even though some car was going and making a loud sound, I showed you what I feel at that moment, because it's very disturbing. And look, there is another car is coming. See, I have not even finished talking about that, and this another, some people, these people are crazy. They, even though it's illegal, the police are not nearby, because if they saw the police car, they might stop playing. It's bad thing. If you're a gentleman, to be honest, you never play such a high volume sound while driving, because other people are driving, other people might cross the road. It creates distraction, and sometimes big accident can happen because of you playing high volume music in your car. So I would encourage, if anyone is driving, first of all, while driving, don't answer phone, don't text, don't see text messages, don't read, don't listen to some sort of educational program, whatever. While driving, make sure your full concentration is on driving. In that way, you will be safe. You are making yourself safe. Also, at the same time, you are, I mean, helping other people to be safe at the same time, because you are not, because if you do any sort of wrong decision while driving, you might end up hurting other people. You might end up uh, your car crashing with another car, and it's a big you know hassle might you might face later. So it's very risky. Driving is a very difficult thing, and it has to do more with focus. So don't be distracted. So always drive safe. Don't uh, trade while driving. Don't listen to, listen to music, you can listen, but don't watch movies, videos, replying SMS, answering phone calls. You should not do that while driving. Your focus should be totally on driving, because that's how you are keeping yourself safe, also at the same time keeping other people safe. So I would encourage all of you, please, don't uh, don't be distracted, and make sure you have your full concentration while you are driving. So it's a 54-minute video. It's become, such a long video. In any long videos, some people might say that long videos are very boring, but while explaining and sharing my mindset, thoughts about trading, long videos are very useful, because in that long video I'm putting a lot of things, lot of thoughts, lot of things that are being connected, associated while trading. Everything is being explained, everything has been talked about, everything has been shared, the views, perspective in regards to the situation, so that you can understand. Sometimes my videos are, sometimes some of my videos are big. That doesn't mean my videos are boring or my videos are like not useful. Those videos are actually more useful, because I'm talking in brief about the total situation, with regards to mindset, with regards to the thought process, with regards to lot of information being shared in the long videos, while in the short videos it might be on the based of that point. So even though I make some of my videos very big, I would encourage you to watch those long videos and listen from first to the last, because I'm sharing some very information, good information on that video, and without editing anything. Like, any videos I made, it's all unedited. I just, whatever comes to my mind, I just speak that immediately, share it with my with my views in while speaking. So 55-minute video, right? I mean, I'm not trying to make that a 1 hour video, but I should talk about something which might be useful. So, what should I say? Like, uh, I don't know. I have said a lot today, a lot of good, useful thing I have shared. Uh, let's just in that video. That's enough. Thank you very much for being, if you are listening, and if you are someone who have listened from the first to the last, I would encourage you to make a comment and say that I have listened to your entire speaking of that video. I have listened to everything that you have said. I mean i mean I'm sharing my thoughts and views, and these are very useful thing. If you are a new trader, or someone start thinking about starting penny stock trade, if you listen to my videos and the things that I say, you would it would be benefit for you, because if you try it yourself and you make the same mistake that I have made earlier, and it would going to cost you losing a lot of money, to be honest with you, then realizing the strategy, mindset, then realizing what you should do, what you should not do, what I am saying right now. It's if you apply that, you you are actually saving a lot of money. To be honest with you, you are not making the same mistake, and you are not learning from your mistake by having a big loss. So if you listen to my what I'm saying, and my advice, tips and tricks, it will benefit for you, because you will not going to make the exact same mistake, and that's how you become a good trader. Sometimes you will develop some of your good skills about while trading. That's a good thing. Develop your own skills. At the same time, you're listening from me or some other good advice. Judge that if what I am or other are saying are good or not. Then if good, this advice are, then apply to your trade. Apply it, and apply it to your as a trading tips. Apply that, and in that way, applying and taking something from here and there, as a new trader, it would going to help you, and you will be a good trader, by applying all these different kinds of mindset. I have shared a lot of the good things today, on that video, and if you apply those things, you will be safe, you will make more money, and over time it will be very helpful for you. So I would like to wish everyone good luck your trading journey. Again, don't trust nobody, don't follow anybody's alerts, anybody's newsletter, anybody whatever anybody say. Just think of like stock market, this penny stock niche especially, everyone is liar. Just have that sort of mentality. I'm not saying that you should consider everyone is a liar, everyone is a cheater, manipulative. No, just have that sort of mentality that some people are bad. And when you have that sort of mentality, that some people are bad, then you will not going to blindly bid to nobody else's pick. You would going to judge, you're going to have your research going on while taking a decision. So I would like to say that be self-sufficient, be a good stock picker, that yourself, that the day before or on the exact same day which stock you're going to pick today and why. So if you can know and trade like by yourself, you don't have to you are not relying on anyone. That's amazing. Over time you would be a good trader, and that's what would going to be a very good thing for you, because you are not relying on anyone. And if you can trust yourself, if you rely on your own process while trading, in the long run you will going to be benefit while you are trading. And if you are trading especially on the niche of penny stock, this is a very risky sector. Have the possibility of make a lot of money in a very quick amount of time, but also it's the same sector where the chances of losing money quick is very much have the high possibility. And you always have to be very stay alert, and you always have to be protect your account, do not make the mistake, and protect your account no matter what. Follow your strategy, listen to your strategy, don't be emotional while trading, don't I mean just learn to react while your mind saying don't exit, you don't want to take a loss, you don't want to take a loss. That's a bad thing, that's a bad mindset. The earlier you will take a loss, and earlier you exit, the better you will make your the better less loser you will be, and the less you will lose. To be honest with you, you have sometimes you will lose. To be honest with you, no matter what happens, you have to take 1% or 2% loss. So in that type of situation, if the stock price is not going up, and it's a mandatory type of thing that the price is not moving up, it's like crashing every time that price hits some price mark. That's for granted, like you have to take 1 or 2% loss. But sometimes your ego comes on your way, sometimes you become so much stubborn, like you don't want to take a loss, and that mindset is very wrong. Then you don't exit out of the trade, and as time goes by, you keep holding the stock with, and the longer the time goes, the more bigger your loss also becomes. So my key advice, at last I'm going to say this: while trading, if you are having loss, try to exit as fast as you can, as early as you can. Loss is a is the loss is a part of process. Sometimes you have to take 1 or 2% loss. That doesn't mean you are a bad trader. That means you are a good trader, that you uh, have managed to exit early rather than exiting later and making your loss bigger. So that's a good loss, to be honest with you. If you exit early, even you have to take a loss, that's a good mindset, that's a good strategy. That as a trader, sometimes you have to take a loss, sometimes you will make money, you will lose money, but the more you will manage, like making your losses small and you're gaining bigger, and if you are like winning more times consistently on a regular basis, if you manage your risk, if you like make your losses small while making your gains bigger and bigger, that's the way to become a good trader. I wish you everyone a good luck, happy trading, and be safe, and be self-sufficient, be disciplined, and always wake up early in the morning, develop the kind of habits which a good trader have. All good trader wake up early in the morning. Why? It's not like that they are a morning person, or it's not like they want to exercise early in the morning. No, after waking up in the morning, probably some people say, in the motivational thing, you see some people say like to do exercise, to do eat food, exercise is very important, all that. A trader, right after waking up in the morning, the first thing trader do, probably washing or brushing their teeth. Right after that, sometimes they take coffee, or maybe they don't take coffee, and sometimes right after that, brushing their teeth, they immediately check their cell phone and they run their screeners to see which stock are moving, which stock is the high run up, which stock have moved like 50%, 30%, which stock are in play. They see the news and they decide only 1 or 2 stock that they would going to be bidding and making money. That's what a trader do. While in the motivational kind of book, you see people talk about I mean whatever. But for a trader, right after waking up in the morning, because morning is the most important time, because a lot of the time, if you, the big price move, the news, the big announcement that happened in the morning, and the most price rise happened on the pre-market, on right after sometimes the market opens. So the morning is very important. So that's why I'm telling, like, if you want to be a good trader, you have to be used to wake up early in the morning, and to be able to go back to sleep early in the night, probably by 9 p.m., 10 p.m. If you go back to your sleep, then have some good sleep and wake up early in the morning in order to trade, because a lot of the price move happens in the morning. So if you are want to be profitable, if you want to make money, you have to wake up early in the morning in order to trade. So that's another good advice for all of you, like uh, to wake up early in the morning, to be disciplined, to go back to sleep uh, early at night, so that you have good night sleep, you have a good enough sleep, then wake up later tomorrow being fresh, and also have the full energy and mentality and mindset ready, and always like, no matter what, even you if you need to even if you like need to read in your diary that the strategy, trading tips, tricks, and all that, right before you trade, study that, then have your mentality and mindset ready, uh, so that you become aware while trading. You don't you I mean make that strategies ready on a point by point, you write, or not to repeat the same mistake, write it down on a diary, that the mistakes that you have made earlier, because in the next time, if you don't repeat that same mistake, and if you are become aware of your strategy, you are just reminding yourself, just reading, just before trading, if you read the diary, you will be uh, remembering those key points in order to, while you're trading, to have that sort of mindset ready, so that while the situation comes, you can react immediately, rather than wasting time or not listening to what your mindset, and becoming someone who is stubborn, who don't want to uh, exit early while taking a small loss. So write these things down so that you have the right mentality and mindset ready while you are trading, because that's amazing. Like I said, like, trading is more about psychological thing than knowing about technical thing. And you have to be like, psychologically you have to be very strong. It's a battle between you and yourself, and you have to continuously like battle against your, with your decision, with your mind. So uh, the more practice, the more discipline you will become, to listen to yourself, the more better as a trader you will be. Because I mean, trading is more like, psychology. It's a you versus you. You will be struggling with your mind in order to, act now immediately, but your mind will be stopping you. Like, your mind will be stopping you, like, don't take loss. I mean, no, 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 you don't want to take loss. You want to make money. You want to make money, the great thing. While you want to exit, no, 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 hold longer, hold longer. You will be making more money. I mean, hold a little bit longer. So that sort of fight all the time. I mean, you have to struggle to yourself. So it's all about discipline. And when the price action happens, at that time immediately it's very tough to, act while these things going on into your mind. Because even if you are wanted to make a decision immediately, but you are seeing like the price keeps falling, the price keeps going down and down, it's very hard to, react. Sometimes your stubbornness come to your head. So that's why I'm saying, like, psychologically you have to be very strong, not being emotional, and listen to your feelings, instinct, and most importantly react to your instinct, rather than, wasting your time. And later, if you make a delay, like exiting from your trade, you will going to make your losses even going bigger. So that's the thing. Like, I wish you everyone best in your trading journey. And thank you very much for listening. Bye.